Hello there, football fans. We are back at it with the DiGiorgio Fantasy Football video, and I am sorry for my lack of videos lately, and I will be working on that. I had schoolwork, family, and don't mind the excuses because I'm going to be giving you 2 to 3 videos each week from here on out till the football season, and I am excited to talk about some football today and go over this NFL draft. I'm going to go over the first round, and there are some offensive skill position players that are really going to make a difference on your fantasy teams next year, and I really want to highlight those guys. So let's just get on into this. So, with the first overall pick in the NFL draft, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars on the clock. Whew. This is a hard pick, right? It's a hard pick. No, we're gonna go with Trevor Lawrence, and that was, hit the nail on the head right there, and good, solid pick, and that's really gonna probably change their franchise. And I'm gonna go over some negatives and positives for everybody in this video. So I'm gonna go with negatives first for everybody, and so he probably forces throws when he doesn't need to force throws. He was in a national championship in his first season in college, I believe. So he needs to force throw sometimes because he needs to make things happen. So nitpicking for all these guys because they all deserve to be in the NFL. They deserve to be first round picks, and but he also takes the first read sometimes. But I also think that goes back to him having all this pressure on his shoulders. So I think that Jacksonville Jaguars offense is actually pretty good. You saw Gardner Minshew in there last year, and Gardner Minshew. I mean, love the mustache, love the short shorts, but he wasn't drafted at first overall, and I really think he's gonna make the difference in that offense, and I think it's gonna be crazy. So positives, elite. I haven't seen a prospect like this since Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck, if he didn't retire, would have been up there in all the all-time records for everything, right? But he was also a competitor, national championship, right? His first year in the league in college, and then he was also, I believe, in the championships ever since that point. Maybe not winning, but right, always had a good team, always led his offense, led his boys, and it looks like a great leader. He's more of a dual threat quarterback than people think of. But like Patrick Mahomes, right? You think good at passing, but he can get out of the pocket when he needs to, and I think Trevor Lawrence has those abilities to just get out of the pocket when he needs to, and then he also is very good at making plays happen, and first read doesn't work, second read doesn't work, third read doesn't work, like just everything's going to crap, and he's still back there buying time. He is going to anticipate where his receiver is and make something happen. So that is nice if he just doesn't take the first read. So Trevor Lawrence, solid pick. But I want to say with all these quarterbacks, I think all of them are going to do about the same. About the same. So don't be drafting all of them high or anybody high. They are all going to be about the same. It's a rookie quarterback. Look at the stats for a rookie quarterback. Even the best one is not going to win you your championship. So, just putting it out there. And so, second pick, Zach Wilson by the New York Jets. And Zach Wilson from BYU, I mean, he's playing against lesser competition. Good quarterback. He's going against lesser competition. And then he needs to work on his vision a little bit. He's a very good quarterback. He just number 2 overall. The Jets have also drafted Mark Sanchez. I think the best quarterback they've drafted was Cunningham in the last 20 years. So, I don't know. Zach Wilson doesn't stand out to me, but prove me wrong, Zach Wilson. Prove me wrong. I would love to see the Jets good for the first time in my entire life. And I also think Zach Wilson needs an O-line. Um, I just don't think he can do it without an adequate amount of time in the pocket. But I do think he's accurate. He has enough time to throw. I think he's accurate. Then I also think he has good improvisational skills to where he can make a play happen. And that's what you really need in a quarterback, right? He doesn't need to be the best, but he needs to make things happen when they need to happen. So I really do think that is good. And brings me on to my third pick, and that is the Trey Lance pick by the 49ers. And I think he is most similar to Patrick Mahomes in the league. I really think he's a dual threat quarterback. He does lack the experience. He does lack some of the anticipatory throws that you'd like from the Mahomes. You want to see a little bit of switch to my left hand, do a little shuffle over here. Yeah, you might not see that from him. And he was also going against lesser competition. So those are all negatives, but upside through the freaking roof, right? And I think he is very mobile. He could be the next Donovan McNabb, right? I think he could be very, very good. And then he is very good at making precise decisions when he needs to. And that's very important. You got to pull that trigger, whether it is going to be interception, whether it's going to be the game-winning pass. You need to feel confident when you are making a big throw. So that is good. All right, let's go on to somebody who's not a quarterback, and that is going to be Kyle Pitts, drafted by the Atlanta Falcons, 4th overall. And I do think he is elite. I think he's going to be the next. I can't compare him to anybody because I think he's going to be the best tight end ever because he is the best prospect coming out of college ever. It is just it. He is a wide receiver in a tight end's body. Does lack some blocking ability, but this guy is phenomenal, and he is going to rock your socks off next season. He is his speed, for a big guy like that. I think he's 6'4", 6'6", some one of those two measurements, but definitely in between there. And for a guy that big, it's very hard to run fast, but he is fast, so he's gonna be an instant mismatch with his big frame. He's gonna box you out, and he's just going to be a bully. He's gonna be a bully, and you want that on your offense. So that's nice. Matt Ryan has a nice weapon right there. Next weapon that was added to a team is gonna be Ja'Marr Chase, and drafted by Cincinnati, and Joe Burrow reunited with his buddy, and they made some magic on the field when they did play together. And Ja'Marr Chase, I don't think he played. Since Joe Burrow's last season, and because he opted out. He lacks some of that experience that you want from a wide receiver, but his body's also young, so that's kind of nice. He hasn't got all those hits yet, right? So I mean, he's still relatively young, fresh, and then he's also lacking some of that top end speed. But route running in this league is number one, no matter what anybody says. Route running is the best thing. I don't care if you run a 4.10. You can't catch the ball after you do a little move. You're worthless in the league. You need route running. You could be a 4.7 guy as long as you can catch passes. You can have some little bit of route running. You can box somebody out. You can do something. Route running is the best ability in this league, whether you like to hear it or not. And he has hands. He's a lot like DeAndre Hopkins. I think that's my favorite player comparison for him. And then he plays big. He plays bigger than his size. I don't know how big he is. I think he's pushing 2. Or he is a little over 2. But he plays bigger than that. And so that's nice. And, you just want to see somebody who is a physical receiver. Next pick, Jalen Waddle, with the Miami Dolphins. Good pick. Waddle is going to be pretty good. He could be, one of those people who get hurt a lot, but I think if he stays healthy, that guy is going to be awesome. A little smaller than you want him to be for a receiver. And then, yeah, like I said, he was injured last year, so that scares you when a guy is injured. You don't want to be injury prone. I've been burned so much by players who have been injury prone, and it's not fun. It's not fun. He's got faith in these guys, right? But I mean, they're freak accidents most of the time. And then, but Jalen Waddle is explosive. It's tough. His speed's gonna freaking light you on fire. I don't even know how to say it. He's gonna, lightning bolt straight to the freaking dome. Like, just this guy is crazy. And then he also has the elusiveness to where he's gonna change the direction. Think you're going here? Nope, going here. Right? And this guy is gonna be really, really good if he can stay healthy. And then the next pick, Devontae Smith by the I don't even know what team this is. Philadelphia Eagles. Oh yeah, that team. Okay. Forgot about them. Yeah. Okay. So they burned the New York Giants, just to say this. Okay. Out of everybody in the NFL, I think this is the lowest man on the totem pole. I think they are truly cringeworthy. Not a good team, not a good organization. What they did to the New York Giants, what they threw the last game was despicable, right? And then you have them trading down, you know, to get some more draft capital. But when you throw a game, you're gonna go get one of these good quarterbacks, but then you're gonna do that, and then you're gonna trade right above the Giants with the Dallas Cowboys. So honestly, Philadelphia fans, um, yeah, your team's truly terrible, and I don't feel sorry for saying it. So if you're a Philadelphia fan and you don't want to watch me, um, good for you, because you guys stink, man. I really hate your team. But yeah, dude's small. Devontae Smith, dude is small, and then he can be jammed to the line of scrimmage because he is small. That dude is the size of me. I am 165. And that is soaking wet. If you see with my hair, that is soaking wet. 165. So I don't think Devontae Smith can be that Deshaun Jackson that you want. Oh, wait a minute. Deshaun Jackson isn't what you wanted because he was injured all those years. Sorry. Hate the Eagles. But yeah, I like Devontae Smith as a player. But now that he went to the Eagles, career ruined. Sorry, buddy. I hope you go somewhere else. And I'm so sorry for you. I think Devontae Smith is explosive. Dude was a Heisman winner. Heisman winner as a receiver. Holy crap. That guy was good. But he's also in the Nick Saban offense. So you got to consider that. Jalen Waddle was hurt. You got to consider all these things. But he's a proven playmaker. And I do like Devontae Smith. Do I like him on the Eagles? No. I think the Eagles are trash. And you guys stay trash for the next 5 to 10 years. And then you got the next pick is Justin Fields, and he was drafted by Chicago, and Giants traded down, got a first round pick, and let Chicago get their quarterback of choice, and they went with Justin Fields. He's a dual threat. He lacks post snap recognition. He's one of those inexperienced college quarterbacks who had a really good season. Well, not inexperienced, but on the big scale of how we switched, I think he switched schools, and then to where he just needs to work on things, right? He needs to work on things, and then like progressions, post snap recognition, all those things. And then his arm strength isn't the most elite, but it's gonna get the job done, right? You don't need to throw 80 yards because who the heck is running 80 yards and you're actually passing to them? That means your O-line is the best O-line in the league because you have 3 to 5 seconds to throw, 6 seconds. No, yeah, 7 seconds. I don't know. I don't know if you're Depends how you're throwing it. Yeah, I mean that's crazy. And then I think he is accurate, and he is also a good decision maker. So he's gonna be decisive with it, and we'll see how he does. I don't think any of these quarterbacks are really going to stand out, though. I think Justin Fields has the most potential because of the dual threat, but doesn't always work. Let's see if Matt Nagy can work his magic. And then next quarterback, Mac Jones, and drafted by Bill Belichick. Let's see if this is the heir to the throne. I think Cam Newton's probably going to get sat at some time in the season unless he balls out. Then Mac Jones is going to go in there. I do think he's a really smart guy. I think he's more of a pocket passer. Definitely more of a pocket passer. He is he lacks some mobility, lacks some athleticism, but this is what you need from him. Tom Brady lacks this stuff. Tom Brady has had what 7 rings, and so I mean you can't really talk crap on that in a Bill Belichick offense. And then I think he is intelligent, which is you need that. You need somebody to be intelligent, to learn the playbook, teach it to others, just be that communicator, that leader. And then he's accurate, and he also manages a lot of pressure. So he is good with some heat in his face. So even if it's not the best O line, he can work some magic. So we will see how he does in the league. I think out of all the guys, him and Trey Lance have the best outlook for the future, unless the whole Jaguars organization can turn it around. And then you got Kadarius Toney, drafted by the New York Giants. All right, yep, this is a replica of their Super Bowl win, and well, their last 2 Super Bowl wins, and yeah, replica, right? But I feel like a baller. I'm glad these guys did it for me. And yes, and if that's what you guys are wondering, this whole time, I am a New York Giants fan. Be as unbiased as I can, but I am a fan. At the end of the day, it's Kadarius Toney. They drafted back to get a first-round pick next year, and Kadarius Toney, he looks good. He looks like a good player. I don't think they needed a wide receiver, but hey, we'll talk about his positives. So, well, first off with negatives, but I like to talk positives with this guy. But negatives, so one versus one with another cornerback, a linebacker. It has been desired a little bit. I think he broke on the scene a little bit more last year, and it wasn't. He wasn't really able to do a lot of things like one-on-one. But we will see how it goes. He lacks a little bit of strength, and that goes with a lot one-on-one. Maybe he's not the strongest to go one-on-one with somebody, but at the end of the day, he doesn't need to be this guy because he is a utility gadget player. He is a Taysom Hill. He is Alvin Kamara. Like, he is that type of player. And I really think he's going to do some crazy things. I've seen a lot of player comparisons with Percy Harvin with him. He's really good in the special teams. And if your league gives you special teams points, this guy is going to go off. So if you can get him with your last pick in the draft, woo, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. And so I do like him. He's explosive, a playmaker. So he is a poor man's Jalen Waddle. And Jalen Waddle's going to be pretty darn good. So, hey, I like it. I like it. And then we got Najee Harris and Pittsburgh. You got a true playmaker there. He's compared to Mark Ingram, but does lack the top end speed and physicality. So Mark Ingram did have a lot of physicality, but he also did lack top end speed like Najee Harris. But well, I mean, you don't mean the most physical guy. I mean, your body's just gonna get broken down if you're the most physical guy. And So I think he's good. I really like him because he went back to school to finish up to get his degree. So that shows that he is smart, and you like that in a player. So I really like that. He's the first running back drafted in this 2021 draft. So that is very cool. And then he's not afraid of contact. So he lacks the physicality sometimes, but he's not afraid of the contact. So if it's open, he's gonna take it. He's gonna brush it off. He's gonna be like, "All right, eat my shoulder." And so that is nice. And then he is also a pass catcher, so that is a mismatch for linebackers. So that is very good. I think he probably gonna be the top running back in this class. Because I mean, if you're drafting him a #1 overall, and knowing the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're going to try to keep Ben young by running the ball a lot, and they're really going to run the crap out of Najee Harris. So don't be scared if you see him getting 200, 300 touches this year, because they need somebody to take the workload off of Ben's shoulders. Next running back off the board, Travis Etienne, and that was cool, but yeah, Jacksonville got him. I like the move. I like the move. I don't think they needed him because they had James Robinson, so I don't know how they're gonna use the both of them. So maybe it's gonna be like little lightning thunder. Um, they're not the most similar of players, but they have similarities. So let's see how they use them with the Urban Meyer scheme. But yeah, but he lacks a little bit of pass protection. So I mean, you might want that. So maybe James Robinson is better in pass protection. So maybe use James Robinson right there. So so maybe that works, right? And he also lacks a little bit of ball security, and that is never good for a running back. But it's nothing to really scare anybody off. But he's explosive, explosive. I mean, have you seen what that guy did at Clemson? And then he's versatile, can run or catch, do it all back, right? And so I'm excited to see Travis Etienne and Najee Harris this season. I think both of them are going to be lights out. So don't be drafting them as your #1 running back overall, because I think they might manage their workload as a rookie for both of them. But #2 running back for your team, reasonable price, dang, that is a steal. And then last one is going to be Rashad Bateman, and drafted by the Baltimore Ravens. I honestly believe he is going to be the #1 receiver from this class. I love his route running ability, and I think that sells me at the end of the day. I think of him as a Keenan Allen, not a burner, just the best darn route runner out there, and he's a competitor. He does lack the top end speed, has had some drops, but I think if Bateman works with Herbert, or not Herbert, works with Lamar Jackson, they're really gonna do some damage. Lamar Jackson really needs that #1 receiver threat, and I think it's really gonna change the dynamic of that offense. I mean, they're gonna stay heavy to the run, but with a player like this, you can really do anything. You can do anything. So I really think he's gonna be the #1 guy. So he's gonna be our Justin Jefferson of this year. That's my prediction of all these guys over Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase. I think Rashad Bateman's gonna have the best year in fantasy football, and that's what I'm saying. May 9th, 2021, Rashad Bateman is going to be the best wide receiver, rookie wide receiver. Very possibly making a push for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Him or Najee Harris are going to make a run for that. My prediction here. So that takes us through the first round, and I hope you guys had a good time. I need to go over that, maybe last couple days, but hey, I did it now, and I hope you guys had a good time. I'm gonna be doing a lot of these videos. Yeah, like I said, 2 to 3 in till the football season starts, and then I'm gonna be continuing with that. So if you guys liked what you watched, like, comment, share it, do whatever you want, subscribe. to the channel. And yeah, be looking forward to seeing you guys next time. So have a great one, everybody, and out. Thank you.